Hello. Hey, this is Brittany Purr with Obscuram, and I just kind of want to go over some basic protocols of dealing with the situation with the coronavirus and that sort of thing. Being under lockdown, being in small confined spaces, how to take care of yourself. I'm going to be highlighting these things throughout the week, probably throughout the next few weeks. So I'm going to be changing things up a bit with the website. So, as of right now, let me go through a little bit of backstory and history on myself and why I have useful things and why I'm kind of a little more prepared than others for this sort of thing. First off, both my great-grandparents came over during World War I, so they were, on my mother's side, Eastern European and European descendants. One of my great-grandparents directly dealt with and had the Spanish flu. Out of the family that was still in Italy, she was the only one who survived, and she did that with chamomile tea. My other great-grandparents of Eastern European descent, they were Czechoslovakian. I had them throughout my life until 2000, so I got to spend a significant amount of time with them, learn a lot of their behavior patterns, and a lot of those things came from ideas of the Great Depression, of using your resources to their fullest and kind of cutting out the BS that we put on it that doesn't make any sense. Or another way to put it is opening yourself up to creativity on how to use things in a different way, being more mindful with our resources, and having more of a critical thinking component. If you want to learn on critical thinking or divergent thinking, a great person to follow is Stuart K. Robinson. I know he has an account on here. He's written a book. Great material if you're not used to leveraging your supplies in different ways. What I mean by that is, all right, there's a toilet paper shortage, right? People are hoarding toilet paper. It doesn't make any sense. Besides panic. What can you do? So, literally, I haven't used paper towels in over 5 years. I just use regular hand towels. You can buy them real cheap at Trader Joe's, at IKEA, at a number of different places. Find the cheapest amount of bulk hand towels that you can get. There you go. No paper towels. Another thing you can do, you run out of toilet paper, guess what? Cut the towels into little squares, and there you go. It's not toilet paper. It's basically the same concept of using a cloth diaper. Use the same protocol in cleaning and sanitizing those towels that you use to wipe your butt. And they're reusable. You're using eco-friendly components. You're being better to the earth by not choosing to participate in the heavy usage of trees. And you're definitely not participating in a toilet paper shortage. You are being mindful about your resources. You are using your resources to their fullest. So you're going to have to get over that little ick factor of like, I wiped my butt with a towel and now I have to wash that towel. People have been doing that stuff for years with reusable diapers. So to look into this in the most functional, sanitary way, look into reusable diaper protocol if you are definitely in need. Another thing, so let's go into stocking food and supplies. As you know, if you've read the blog Obscuram, I cook. I live in a teeny tiny 400 square foot, like literally, that's the room behind me. My daughter's working on homework and everything. Literally, but everything that we have that we need is within a 400 square unit apartment. So, let's go this way. Right here, all of my spices, seasonings, cutlery and stuff, but the most practical thing is have a hoard of spices and seasonings. This is a vat of coconut oil. I use honey, not really vegan. I blur the lines a little bit on certain things like honey for healing protocols and that sort of thing. Sorry, vegans, I love you. God bless you. I'm not sure how to replace honey for things like healing from burns. I got a nasty burn last week and that sucker's almost all healed up. Another vital thing, which you can use the heck out of, is chia seed. Chia seed is absolutely amazing to make things like pudding. Mix it with milk. You can mix it with water. You can mix it with whatever you want. But literally soak these seeds and you have a pudding. And it takes like 1 tablespoon for a cup of chia seed pudding. So this is a viable resource to have. Dense nutrition. You're literally sprouting these guys. There we go. Vegan, non-GMO. Nutrition facts. Has a little bit of iron. Calcium, magnesium. Calcium actually cancels out your absorption of iron, so be aware of that. Just drop something there. Other things. Stock up on resources like vitamins. Being mostly vegan, I do need a supplement for iron so that I don't go anemic. I tend to go anemic. Of course, vitamin C, 100 milligrams. Zinc, I love the Mega Food brand. Obviously, same with the Blood Builder. I forgot to mention, this also has B vitamins in it. Definitely up your B vitamins. That helps with your energy, your body's processes, everything. Zinc's good. Vitamin D. Mullein. I use mullein because I tend to get a lot of sinus and upper respiratory infections. So I want to make sure that I am extra protected and that this helps with that. It helps manage mucus and especially helps with, any respiratory issues that might arise. Oregano spirits. Usually I go with oregano oil. They're out of oregano oil. Next best thing. Literally, oregano spirits are basically dried oregano leaves steeped in vodka. Really easy to make, really easy to do. This is actually a tincture that I made with elderberries, which I have a stash back here to make my own elderberry syrup. It's elderberry, mullein, a little bit of ginger, and vodka. This is the only thing I'm going to use vodka for is for tinctures. I don't drink. Colloidal silver is a good one to have on hand. Just don't overdo it. That is no good. In case of a cold, Umka, I've had a lot of success with Umka products. You can order them online. You can typically get them at Whole Foods if it's not cleared out, but they work on viruses really well. I've had colds cleared up in about 3 days. Same thing with my daughter. If stuff goes down, black seed oil, really good at reducing inflammation. I've literally had a friend whose son was going into breathing complications from an allergy, gave him a tablespoon of this, done. So, obviously check with your doctor. This stuff tastes nasty. It is gnarly. Make sure you don't have allergies to it yourself, but it does. I've seen it work. But once again, our bodies are all different. So take it with a grain of salt. Extra nutrition, just in case I decide to do a full detox. It also helps to detoxify as well. But just make sure you're getting nutrients. And what I mean by the detox is doing a fast so that my body can rest and kind of take care of itself. And also if all stuff goes down, I kind of use this as a last ditch effort. Literally this product kind of has every single immune booster, every single thing that kills pathogens. It's a lot. I find it very rough on my digestive system, which is also rough on the same system to detoxify your body. So, if you're going to do this, definitely make sure you're doing a detox protocol of something like nettle leaf tea with milk thistle tea or that sort of thing. I find it to be a little hard on the body, but it works. I've had a lot of success with this as well. Have a lot of dry goods. My daughter is stocked up on Z-bars. I avoid sugar like the plague. It kind of goes hand in hand. This is also my daughter's as well. This is great for seasoning and flavoring if you want to make your own quick broth. Lots of seaweed, dried goods, that sort of thing. So we have enough snackage. Up here, my daughter has her own protein powder. This is not the exact brand. We've mixed a bunch of stuff in it for optimal nutrition and, for her body to get the most out of it. Like there's greens, and that sort of thing all mixed in there. She loves rice. I avoid rice. So yeah, we have rice for her to make sushi. She makes her own like little sushi things with avocado, and she does eat fish. Besan flour is amazing. Besan flour is actually garbanzo bean flour. So this is a great substitute for egg. And it lasts a long time. You can literally take that, mix it with something like an onion. You can mix it with broccoli. You can mix it with water. And you have an Indian dish called pakoras when you fry that up. So this is a very versatile flour that you can do a ton of things with, even make tortillas. Like I typically use it in that way just to make a little bit of a bread that doesn't include wheat. I have some issues with wheat or certain types of wheat. So I rely heavily on this, and you can get this at an Indian store for really far less expensive than you would at Whole Foods. So yeah, I have an Indian brand here and 4 pounds of it. I also have my protein powder. Sugar, once again, avoid. I use this for just body care products. Coconut cream, a vat of red lentils, and this is spelt flour for my daughter and her foods. More oil as well, a more liquid style of oil. My daughter likes her pizzas, so we have that. So literally just everything here is very versatile. There's also black beans hiding behind my red lentils right there. So red lentils, you can make a super quick, easy, super quick, easy meals. Soups, Ethiopian meals, if you want to do more of that. It's really versatile. I make a Syrian red lentil soup, which is mostly water, very few spices like garlic, cumin, and salt. So just think practical foods, simple, quick, easy foods. Other things to consider here. You would want to go with more of a winter squash. Winter squash are specifically designed to be able to chill on your shelf for at least a month as long as it's uncut. Tons of oranges is just what my daughter wanted for fresh produce wise. Here in California, we're very blessed to have most of the produce in most of the country. So stock a lot of shelf stable roots. I have ginger, I have onions, I have garlic. Garlic is really good for defeating viruses and that sort of thing. Always up your garlic intake during this time as much as possible. Fresh garlic is always going to be best. There are also healing protocols with garlic where you chop the clove in half and you just sit a raw clove against your gum. It's painful. I don't suggest it unless you really, really, really like garlic. Lemon is really versatile. I love avocados. They are high in a variety of amino acids. I use avocados every single day with my meals or with my smoothies that I make. So just some basic protocol in a small space and making this work and kind of weathering out the storm. Also, one other thing that I didn't cover is we have an outdoor garden at every place that I've lived, no matter how small it is. Always have an urban garden, always make space for that, whether it's just kind of herbs or fresh spices on your kitchen windowsill. My kitchen obviously does not have a windowsill. I also don't even have a stove or an oven. Hold on, let me show that real quick. Yeah, no stove, no oven, and I literally prepare fresh meals every day. And I forgot to show the fridge, totally stocked up with green foods. My freezer is completely frozen, so we're not doing frozen stuff. But yeah, like we're pretty well cared for in here on a limited amount of space. So going back to the outdoor garden part, definitely vital to have an outdoor garden, growing your own food, your own produce as much as possible. Another thing regarding having fresh foods in the household that are more shelf stable than others, things like potatoes or sweet potatoes. I don't do potatoes personally myself. I encourage sweet potatoes. When the sweet potatoes do start to sprout, the greens on sweet potatoes are edible. They don't taste the best, but they are edible, and you can cook those up, fry them, do whatever you want with them. Just think very practical about your food sources, about if they spoil, how do they spoil? Like technically that's a spoiled sweet potato. People would throw that out. And you don't have to. So, go in things in those regards. I also have a juicer just in case things are starting to get bad. You can cut off the bad spots of produce, and the rest of the fruit will be, fruit or veggies will actually be good. You just need to make sure you cut off enough so you don't leave mold in there. And that's, a trick that my great-grandparents did, and they taught me, and it's like, oh, okay, no, you don't get sick from this. Potatoes with green spots, regular potatoes, with green spots, avoid those green spots. That is actually toxic material in the potatoes. So you have to do research. You have to know what you're dealing with. If you have any questions or concerns about things, if you want more information as to how to cater to your own personal lifestyle, you can feel free to reach out to me on obscuram.com. Just literally go to the front page of the website, www.obscuram.com, and you can scroll all the way down, shoot me a message if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. And right now I'm going to walk out and show you our little here. So this is mine and my daughter's garden. We have basil, tomatoes. Of course, they're not, really lively right now. We got a few other things popping up in here. Onions. Right here is all lemongrass, so great for soups, great for stocks to give you a lemony flavor. Strawberries kind of had a little bit of a hard time, so they're refreshing right now. Hot peppers. These guys are about to kind of go away. And then right here is a bunch of oregano. So once this guy kind of pops back up some more, the neighbor borrowed some of the plants to propagate his own garden. But yeah, oregano to make my own tinctures. Mint is always awesome. And then this is what my neighbor started. He's professional with permaculture and also urban gardening. He's got a lot of great things out here to make a fully sustainable lifestyle and garden. Like that's his whole garden right there. This is all edible. Same type of protocol, tomatoes, that sort of thing. Looks like he has some eggplant, all sorts of good stuff. So yeah, always prepare. If you're mindful, if you're eco-friendly, this is the easy stuff for you. It's, part of the process of being wise, being mindful, and knowing what you're dealing with, being educated on these sorts of things, where if stuff goes down, you don't really have to panic. So, hope you all enjoyed that. Hope you get a little bit from that. I will have some special guests this week. I will have someone from Witch House, and I will also have a person to help you clear your household of toxins. Since we're going to be inside for quite a bit, that's going to be one of the major things. That person is a professional mold inspector, so she'll go over some protocols as to how to clean your house and take care of things. So, love you all.